Stampers, this is Holly from Rubber Redneck. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to another Rubber Redneck video tutorial. Today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating the Build-A-Birthday Skittle candy wrapper. It uses the stamp set called Build-A-Birthday, which is in our main Stampin' Up! Catalog. This is a really fun birthday set, or it also works for weddings as well. Here is the front view of my little wrapper, and then here is the side view. Now, to purchase all of these supplies that I used, you can visit my blog, rubberredneck.typepad.com, and I have a link to my online Stampin' Up! Store. I'll also have a free project sheet for you to download as well on this project. Now, to create this, we're going to start out making the wrapper part. So you want to cut one piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock, and you want to cut it at 2 inches by 11 inches. Place it onto your Simply Scored scoring tool and score at 5 inches. Once you have that scored, fold that over and use your bone folder to crease your line down good. Then you will need the triple banner punch. And then just turn it over and open that up. And then you're going to slide this into the banner punch. And what you want to do is you want to pull this down and line up your corners on the Bermuda Bay cardstock here instead. And then you're going to punch. So you're just going to notch that out and then save this piece for another project. And then you're going to turn this around to the other end. Slide it into that triple banner punch. I just love this punch. It makes it really easy to create banners. And then pull that back down and line it up so your corners are along the edge, and then punch. So that's how you create 2 double-end banners then. You want to cut one piece of Cherry on Top designer series paper in that dot pattern. And you're going to cut that at 1 inch by 2 1/4. Then you're going to need that triple banner punch again, and you're just going to slide your paper right in there, hold on to it, turn it over so you can see what you're doing, line up your corners with the edge, and punch. So now you've just punched out another piece of paper using that triple banner punch, creating that perfect looking banner. Once you have that part done, you're going to need some glue, and you want to put just a little bit here on the end, and then you're going to attach this to the short side of that banner, so keep that in mind. And then you want to line that up, and before you press down, make sure you slide that up if you need to, because what you want to do is you want to go up so that it sits on that bottom piece of that Bermuda Bay cardstock there, and then press down. And now you've just attached that Cherry on Top designer paper to your Bermuda Bay. Then you're going to need one of the fun size Skittles next. And what I do is I always use a glue dot to hold in any type of candy that I'm giving to anybody. And then I'll just say, when you take it apart, if you want to save the wrapper, just be careful when you're pulling it apart. So just place that right on there, and then you're going to open this up and place this at the top where that scored line is, and put that down. Fold your wrapper back over, and then we're going to set this aside for just a second. Cut one piece of Whisper White cardstock at 3 1/4 by 4 inches. Then you're going to zip it through the Big Shot with the tiny triangles embossing folder. Cut one piece of Cherry on Top designer series paper, and you want that dots pattern again. Cut it at 1 inch by 3 1/4. Take your glue and glue this to the bottom of your Whisper White cardstock. And then you want to make sure to leave a little bit of that Whisper White cardstock showing. Then you want the Cherry on Top designer washi tape, and we're going to use the Cucumber Crush and the Crushed Curry. That's one thing I love about Stampin' Up! It has all these matching suits for you. And then you're going to cut 2 inches of each piece of the designer washi tape. So I just use our grid guide to measure that out. And then I just tear that off, and you want to put the Cucumber Crush one right above the designer paper. And then you want the Crushed Curry one You just tear 2 inches of that off. And you're gonna put that right above the cucumber crush. Then you're gonna need your stamping dimensionals and bring back in your wrapper. And you wanna put these 1 dimensional here at the top and 1 at the bottom. Peel off the backings, and then you're gonna attach your Whisper White cardstock to the Bermuda Bay. Just center it. You want to cut 1 piece of Whisper White cardstock at 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. Take the stamps from Build a Birthday stamp set, ink them in crushed curry, and stamp the little flames here at the top. Then you're going to turn this back over and put 2 stamping dimensionals on there. Put 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom. And then you want to place this in the center of those layers. So that's what it'll look like now. You want to cut 1 piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock at 3/4 by 3 inches. Take the stamp from Build a Birthday and get it in Bermuda Bay and stamp onto that Bermuda Bay cardstock. Then cut it out. Cut 1 piece of cucumber crush cardstock at 1/2 inch by 2 1/2. Take the stamp from Build a Birthday, ink it in cucumber crush, and stamp onto the cucumber crush cardstock and cut out the candle. Then you're going to set your candles aside for just a second. Then you want to cut 2 3/4 inch piece or 1/2 inch pieces from the Bermuda Bay thick baker's twine. So just measure out 2 little 1/2 inch pieces and use your paper snips to trim that. Then you're going to want your glue dots. And you're going to take a glue dot, roll it on your finger a little bit there, and attach it to one end of that Bermuda Bay thick baker's twine, and then attach it up here to the top of your candle. So just a little bit of just showing. And you've created the little wick for the candle now. How fun is that? Then you're going to do the same thing with the other piece. Just put a glue dot on the end and attach it to the back of your cucumber crush candle. So now you've created 2 really cute little fun candles. And then you're going to attach these to the layers using stamping dimensionals. Now you want to take the Bermuda Bay one and put 1 on the top and 1 at the bottom. And when you put that, you want to be right below that Bermuda Bay thick baker's twine there. And then you're going to attach your candle here towards the bottom. And now the little one here, you're going to need to cut a stamping dimensional in half to make that work. And take both those half pieces then, and turn over your candle and put 1 at the bottom and 1 at the top. And then you're going to attach that to the other side over here, lining it up with the flame. So that's what it looks like so far. How fun and cute is that? Then you want to cut 1 piece of cucumber crush cardstock at 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. Place this onto your Big Shot with your square framelits and zip that through the Big Shot, die cutting it out. Then zip it through the Big Shot again with the Stylus Stripes embossing folder to give it that fun textured look. And this would also work for a picture frame as well, the old picture Polaroid frames. Then you want to take some stamping dimensionals again, and you're going to put this on the side that's not indented from the square framelit and put 1 at the bottom, or 2 at the bottom, 1 in each corner. And then you're going to need to cut a little sliver off the side here, and you'll need 2 of those. And then you want to place them across the top of the cucumber crush cardstock. And then you're just going to peel off the backing. All these supplies can be purchased online through my Stampin' Up! Store. If you'd like to join my mailing list, I send out a monthly newsletter as well at various clubs, and online classes. And then you just place the Cucumber Crush cardstock right at an angle onto your layers. You want to cut one piece of Whisper White cardstock at 3/4 by 3 1/4. Then you want to take the stamp from Build a Birthday, ink it in Watermelon Wonder, and stamp onto your Whisper White cardstock. Take your paper snips and cut out the center here, and you're going to go from the center to the point, and then the point to the center. And you just notch that out. Then you're going to want 2 more stamping dimensionals, and turn that over, and you want to put those 2 on the back towards the ends. And then you're going to attach this going across your layers here. And when you attach this, all of this is like at an angle. The frame is at an angle here, but you want this piece to go straight. So just put that on there and line it up with the Whisper White cardstock. That's the main panel here to help you. Then you want to cut 19.5 inches of crushed curry baker's twine. And this is what's going to tie this together, because I don't know if you can see in the video, it kind of comes up a little bit. So we want to tie this down to kind of secure it a little bit more. So we're just going to wrap this around, and then you're going to tie a bow. And then to finish it off, you're going to want some rhinestone basic jewels. And I took 2 of the small ones and put them up here on the flames, right above the little wicks, just to dress this up a little bit more. And then I took one of the medium-sized ones and put it in the top right corner. And I put one over here onto the birthday wishes. And that completes my tutorial for the Build a Birthday Skittle candy wrapper. Be sure to visit my blog, rubberredneck.typepad.com, for the free project sheet that you can download. And if you'd like to purchase any of these supplies, you can purchase them through my site. Thank you for watching.